so that ba hole ho ska ba le lebaka go batle mo batle di holiday ha batla mona. Now the money that has been spent for the diplomacy and all those things, that is the money that's supposed to put these ideas together for those foreign countries to hold on their own. Now there's this issue here, countries, the foreign nationals, it's a monana question in Babula the tech shop. I'm not against the idea, but ceremoniously, you were supposed to have a plan. It's in quality shop or promoter, you save. You save it like questioning a quality tech shop. Then those shop by on actually, what are they doing? It means you didn't have a plan. Because you were supposed to ensure what's about this you save it and belong multiplex. Key investment that the whites happen in our locations. You're supposed to take all the shop what's about one go fella look about the shop what's in it. Or banker or baba the shareholder, babereka you save. Bahono benefit as the locals. Now, if we look this person, anchor shop I be next to Spa. Next to Spa, motor it's a tech shop. And I'm motor registered issue. It's questionable. Now you have to manage it. You need to regulate these things without causing conflict. They need to be managed. We promote the local businesses. If we batla hore the Usave and them, who benefit already people.
Why are you diplomatic on Ethiopians and Pakistanis owning an industry that's about 178 billion in South Africa, when ShopRite, our biggest retailer, is sitting at 149 billion? They have not even broken the 150. And this thing is owned, is controlled by foreign nationals in South Africa, majority of which are not even legal foreigners. This scares a lot of people, and I want you to speak on it. It's very scary if you look at the numbers.
Why? Who benefits from when these people from Ethiopia come here? Are they from Ethiopia? Remember, there's three things. There's Ethiopia, there's Somalia, there's Eritrea.
To us, they look the same.
Yeah, that is a problem.
They almost speak the same. Yes.
Go when officially most South Africa or the break so or when the narrative about Northwest Regionality mine, have a country on our own. Kaskara Kopana Liban, other provinces. Because Cape Town. You only Cape Town who feel like your government is so well, or what a country on your own. But how did they achieve that?
Let's continue. Let's speak about the Spaza shops again.
Yeah, because now my point is that there are South African families who are benefiting from this project, more especially the Eritrea one. Because remember, Eritrea, it's a communist country that believes in the government must employ them, because the government owns everything. But the government doesn't have resources to mine. It's depending on who? These billionaire South Africans who are mining there and giving them a share. Part of the deal, they can come to our country and enjoy South Africa. But are we benefiting as a country from that? That is a question I'm asking.
That's what I want you to talk on.
We're not. That is why I'm saying, if we have deals that push the Pan-African as a whole, it's all right, but not capital using us while they're benefiting. Only those four families are benefiting, and these people are flocking here, taking jobs. So I'm not saying they're taking jobs. Why are you bringing them without a plan? Because we had a good plan to go and hijack Eritrea and mine in their countries, give them all the equipment and run their mines. In a similar way, the Europeans come here and mine in our countries. There are South African billionaires who are mining in those countries. Hence, it's difficult for powerful politicians to talk about the issue of the Nyaupe and them. When did it arrive, this Nyaupe thing?
You tell me.
I don't know.
When we started relaxing our borders after the new dispensation, when we were pushing...
So it came from outside?
Well, the narrative,
How come it's not biologically tested as a drug?
I don't know. You tell me. You come with the solution.
No, these are African questions. That now there is a problem that we need to put our research skill on and ensure that these questions are answered. The UAT will answer that. When you put them in government, they won't choose among themselves. They'll choose the best in the business, the best skilled black people in the business to go and understand the concept. When this happens, who benefits? When we are hungry, when we are struggling, who benefits? Let's put our scholars into question and say now, yes, you are a master's, you are a PhD, but what is this that you are contributing into this economy or into this country, and give them this task to go and find out that when you see these people everywhere, who benefits? Are South African benefiting? It's a very important question, but it's a question that needs to be answered with facts.
Tell me about the banks. What's your idea about the banks? What should happen to the banks?
You know, the issue of banks is difficult because it's surprising that no one is talking about it, like no one is pushing it. People are talking about the state capture and them.
The EFF would argue that they are pushing it.
Where?
They are pushing it by talking about it because they are not in power.
They went on the street, wanted Zuma to go.
Yes.
They were not in power. They had a front line. They were in front, wanting Zuma to go. Then they were pushing Ngandla issue.
Okay.
Yes, that they were pushing. You see.
So what do you want? What would have satisfied you that they are pushing?
They must take it to the street.
No.
When we say to the street,
this thing of going to the street.
You know the street. When you talk about taking issue to the street, I saw some guy on is it YouTube or these things, TikToks and them. Atsamaya I video, mamu video, ayokwala account ya high. Go one of the banks. Kabakala hoba kwetsi account to leader ya bona.
Yes.
That is taking it to the street. That is action.
Yes.
It's not
now you and I agree.
Yeah, it's not necessary when you say take it to the street. Walwa.
Yes. No. I wasn't even fighting. I wasn't talking about fighting. I was talking about marching, Amandla, going to the street, someone says we don't like you. You go and march. Why don't you like us?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like in Africa, because I want action.
Yes.
I was saying, today as we speak, MK Party, I was telling another Kader to say, MK Party, right or wrong, FNB has told Zuma that we are closing your account. Right or wrong, court order or not court order, the MK say we are not happy with that, and we are going to come and we're going to tell you these are our demands. If you don't accede to our demands, it's simple. We are going to mobilize our people to close business with you.
Yes.
That is pro-Africanism that I love and that I expect. And I'm happy you and I see eye to eye. So I want you wait on a very short one, because we are closing.
Yes.
On banks. What is your stance and what are you going to do?
With these banks who manipulated prices or
whatever. Once you take power, let's say you win 75%, and then with a 2/3 majority you want to change. You want to change the laws.
The state
yes,
bank.
Yeah, state bank and banks and because many countries have state banks.
Yes.
So I want to understand.
The state bank. That is very important.
One bank.
That is the state bank.
What's going to happen to the current banks?
Now, these current banks, remember these banks, if you go back to the history, you know how they benefited, how they started.
Yes.
Yes. These banks are on its nature organized crime. That is why it's easy for them to manipulate price, because they are talking to each other.
Yes.
Now, we are here where we are because of these banks. Now, this bank has committed crimes in a similar way that the people who were killed in the lands, they've committed crime. Those lands are scenes of crime. When you commit a crime with a gun, we have to seize